We're getting everything set to move into the action itself. We're going to have Froz, we're going to have Sims. They're going to give us the rundown on everything that's going to be happening in match number 2. You guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Matthew. Yes, indeed. Game 2. Here we go. 16 teams will drop once again. We are in week number 4, match 2 with the bottom 16. Everyone trying to set them up for success as we move into week number 5, which will be $300,000 first place prize. The money is starting to get real, and these teams want to be up at the top to try and make it happen. So, we start up at the north. Plane will be taking us all the way down to the south. Pretty much, I would say starting central map and moving a little bit more towards the eastern embankments. Puerto Paraiso within reaching distance if you want to kind of take it down that low. Probably a few teams maybe just... You're going to have your bottom end areas in abundance. STK, Dead Nation Gaming White, Chimicera, having a team in there. You know the lay of the land. You know where these teams like to drop these days. Scoreboard, left-hand side, you can kind of see the night and day scenarios that we're starting to see unfold for us. I mean, it's, I have to say, it's been a bit of a telling sign of this competition thus far. FaZe 24 points. TSM 0 down at the bottom, first team to be falling. For TSM, it doesn't tell the full story, in my opinion. Now, we know the circles don't end there, and that plays a factor on where it pushes these circles to. I'll pause for a second and continue on that. I didn't realize we actually had a pull up here. LG Divine are at the door with Division X. First knock comes through, IQ 500 falls. Fight will unfold between Neil on the opposing side, but the rest of Division X have arrived in abundance. So, for LG Divine, you have to be ready. You have to be quick off the draw. Long K. First knock comes in. To the response, JN will fall. All of a sudden, LG Divine are on the back foot here. This isn't good. This has gone completely wrong. You had these boys maybe bang dead to rights, but damage has been done in abundance. So if Turtle can just get a nice angle, he would be able to capitalize on all the damage that has been done thus far. VP lose one in transition, rather, unfortunately. Also... Good response, Levi's. Where you at, my dude? You need to be involved here. Bad Molly, though. Bad Molly. Doesn't go in the window, smashes on the floor, and it comes down to Turtle to try and stay alive. Thankfully, the splash damage wasn't there, but Levi's didn't even get to this fight. And I have no idea how, but this has somehow, for us, turned into a 1 versus 1. Neil, who's got the initial drop, who's going to have the guts to be able to try and take a stance. Neil doesn't have the position read. He was pre-firing the corners. He thinks he's inside. Popped on board to a different fight because we've had a couple of little feisty and spicy pull-ups here. STK are eyeing a compound that Xiongjiang is holding single-handedly. And it is Turtle, ultimately, who wins out the fight. DXG will go down, but damage done at what cost for LG Divine with only one player surviving. The fight for the compound will unfold. This could be pretty good. This is the time for me, Froz. We've been speaking about Damwon Kia. And we're really hoping they're going to put up a better stance than this.
I was just about to say, whoever gets the high ground is going to have an advantage. And we saw Purdy there, getting that high ground, getting that first knock on Xiongjiang, and now Kia... Damwon Kia down to 2 players only. I don't know if they want to keep on taking this fight, but right now they're committed. They have nowhere else to go. They can't back off this, so they got to take it, but they got to find themselves a knockout. It's going to be very bad. Kale goes down as well, and this is bad. Songyang gets back up on his feet, but Under goes down as well, and now it's only down to Songyang. Purdy.
Oh. It's the smokes, because the smokes are down. They didn't hear the footsteps. If he at least even gets one, this would have been so good to try and keep it clean for STK. While the 4 frags are there in the elimination, or 3, should I say. Godby. Straight off Noandra. Now straight on to Canaxi. The 4th one running as well at the moment. 4AM is just dispatching Boomerang as they try and just bail on it. Last player's like, nope, don't want anything to do with this. Want to attempt to stay alive, but for how long? ED vehicle is up, it's on its back, it's flipping around, it has absolutely no wheels whatsoever, dragging itself through the mud. I mean, he's kicking and screaming and not going down without a fight, but the next task will be to try and get past E36. 4AM, a lot of work to do here for us. We have GEX and we have STK directly in front of them. VP if they decide to go that far.
Yeah, remember 4AM, they had the north side early on Circle 2. They could basically play from wherever they wanted. They opted to go for a northeast side, and now they're outside the circle. they're going to need to rotate in. As you're saying, they're going to be coming in from the east side, and Yan Lee from GX is going to be right there where they're going to rotate past. But then they got K7 and STK as well, just waiting for them. And the circle is pushing them as well, so they got to be quick on this one. They don't have too much time to play around with here.
Oh, Yan Lee. Gets some damage in, but knocks out Crazy at least in it. Instantly, just cracking response. He's holding the line here, which is fair play. Nade, pin, pull, down we go. Forever, extremely weak in position, needs to run. That blue's also there. Can he get the heal off in time? It's going to be a little bit sketchy and down to the wire, but doesn't matter because the nade there anyway. Absolute banger. Yan Lee just bangs out 4 AM. All 3 of them going down to him single-handedly. So picks up some frag points, but not going to go any further. E36 on the opposing side. Again, with a very slight elevation towards the air. At least gives them the W in that fight in particular. Only 1 frag point thus far. They've been a bit quiet, but again, they're holding a compound. Will it be fruitful? Will it be adventurous? Probably not, but the circle updating finally does pull it out. And ultimately, FaZe still strongest compound within this. This is an absolute prime position to be holding. AAA E36. All the work in the world to do. And then you've got this wild fight down towards the south that we've not even had opportunity to touch on for us. TSM and TSG going toe-to-toe with the nades.
Looks like they're trading a lot back and forth, but whoever wins this fight is going to be in a good position to rotate up to the north, to the east there from the south side here. So they want to win it, but like right now, everyone's just losing players, and it's not a good win for anyone right now. Looks like Iris might be opting to just back off from this fight. Merrick is still stuck there, and he's going to go down straight away to Peng, actually. Now Peng and Sia, last 2 standing on TSG as well. Iris going for this. He's committing. He's got to be careful. Sia on his right-hand side here. I don't think he know. But look at this. Volbear is just by Iris well. So he's giving the information right now. Iris does get the flush. But at the same time, looks like he got the information on Sia as well. Does find him. Good shots. Now it's a 1v1 here. Peng versus Iroh. Both looking to get this one. Peng with the nade. Oh! Bang on! That's a bang on nade, and there was nothing Iroh could do about that one. It was perfectly cooked.
Yeah, it just rolls underneath him. Rather unfortunate. Goes down into the 1 versus 1 stalemate, and ultimate TSG will continue. Sylphia backlines. That's a little bit rough for AAAs. They go for the pull-up. I mean, there's no real better way to do this, I don't think. If you send it one way, you die by FaZe. If you send it by another, you die by E36. But E36 has been a little bit clever, or at least Sylphia has. They decided to push out and keep an eye from the back lines on the barn, so they can't get a full pull-up here. Barricade. Sia decides that it's time to run Peng over for some unknown reason, so I'm not entirely sure what's happened there, but unrevivable given where the blue is. Halo straight onto Savior. Instant knock, instant flush. Good nade as well. From that angle, it looked perfect.
Yeah. Well, STK, they do have the high ground. I like what E36 did, though. They got that knock on AAA, and then they started to move out, and they keep all 4 alive as well. They got to be careful because I don't think they know about Edie being on the other side of the road of them right now. K7 know that Edie is over there, so they might just wait a little bit, but they're having trouble with STK, and now STK, of course, they see E36 as well. We got the new circle. It's going to go down to the southeast. Penta getting that knock, and look at them. They're just trying to farm down there. Penta, of course, he doesn't have any kills yet this game, but STK, they got 6 in total so far, and they're looking to find some more here.
But this is where things get a little bit difficult, right? FaZe have been in this compound for quite some time, but ultimately now they're just held up by the circle. There are 4 players, a full line in front of them. We said earlier on, just that dip across the road. Now, for Furia, it's a matter of sit there and pray and hope the circle comes your way, because you can't really rotate out of it. Ultimately, circle has been favorable for them, so they can kind of fall back into a lesser ditch. It does open up the gap and leaves maybe somewhere for FaZe to rotate through and just travel through and use as a bit of a jump start. We do have JN still lingering in the back lines and towards the south, so just be aware of that in case maybe one of the players from Fury gets the full force. Smokes are now being committed. The walls are going up. FaZe are trying to make the hard transition. Fury on the opposing side, Down One Gaming on their left-hand side. This is going to be difficult no matter which way you cut it. So FaZe are going to be made to work for their money. Go Curie. No, he's dead. So just can't get away from that one whatsoever. So many nades. Vehicles just go up in abundance. But it's still, unfortunately, still going to be Fury who hold them off. He can't really do much. And they've just kept track of them the entire time.
They did manage to get across the road. They did get all 4 up, but they are very grouped up together. And that's a nade! And he gets 2. 18 Uba going down. Now, we might see, another one. And they're just going down here. FaZe is out on 6th place. And that's why it's so bad we group up. Such a good play from Furia. Make sure that they had Rusty Sarah on that flank as well there.
3 players falling back-to-back. Rusty Zero does the dirty onto FaZe Clan. They don't get a back-to-back win. STK just begins to mop up. You mentioned Pentalol and the lack of frags. Well, now they've started to show themselves. It's Putty Cuddy, though, this time round. At the top of the board for his team. Now, STK, they've kind of been low and slow to this one, just playing edge. But really, what else could you do coming in from that opposing angle? They followed the circle in. It's been quite favorable for this past one. They now have the high ground. It's not going to be the easiest transition given how little hard cover there is working your way down that mountainside. But ultimately, if they keep fragging out pros, there's really no one else to stop them. They can kind of do whatever they want. Fury, again, with that 3-1 nade, you're going to be really happy. It's got a good amount of frags off the back.
That's going to be another point on the board for him. Or he might even be able to find himself a kill, a flush, and that's going to be points as well. Right now, he's banging on that SDK. It's going to help him out a little bit. Because when he starts running, it's not easy for Furia to look at him either. Furia is going to see SDK before they can get that angle on C as well. See that someone on Furia here didn't have a helmet. So that's not too good. You don't want to be helmetless in the end game here.
Oh, okay. Pentalol steals it. Few windy shots from Rusty Zera. Not as good as the grenades previous. He has been a nuisance for quite some time. And again, they need this position that he has. That's the one angle of approach that they've got onto STK. If they can get him out and get him gone, then finally there's somewhere to move. But honestly, Sia has been such a damn nuisance and such an annoyance to Furia's plans. Like, there's nothing else really you can do. And all of a sudden, they're down to 2. So STK found themselves at a man advantage. And if they'd have cleaned him earlier on, maybe they'd have had more players. Maybe they'd have had him in better position. Maybe they would have been in better position to be able to receive this fight. Instead, they now find themselves, unfortunately, Furia at the footholds of STK. The Giants are wandering down the mountain, and with 17 frags to boot, they want to continue this one. Rusty Zera falls. Get a bit of a transfer back, but Pentalol should have this bang dead to rights. He has a full angle, taps him in the head. It's GG. And I tell you what, pros, 19 frags? That's a 29-point game, I do. That is a belting stance from STK.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9 and this line is never on